Howdy y'all, it's time for another pantry meal. It's actually starting to get cool and fall's happening in Carolina. The other day it was cold and yucky and I decided baked potato soup just sounded awesome. In my fridge I had about 5 pieces of bacon left over from my last package. I'm just going to chop those up and I am going to crisp them in my pot here. And I want them not burnt, but I definitely want them on that border where they're nice and crispy. Once I've gotten them there, I'm going to take them out, put them on a paper plate, paper towel, and then I'm going to drain about half or a little bit more of the bacon grease. I'm going to leave about 2 tablespoons of the bacon grease left because that is what I am cooking my onions and my garlic in. I have half a yellow onion here and about 4 cloves of garlic that has been in my olive oil, so I guess garlic confit. We are just going to cook our onions until they're mostly translucent, and once they've hit that, we're going to go ahead and add in our olive oiled garlic. If you do not do this, y'all, I'm telling you, it is so freaking tasty. It's a great combination. Anyway, you just want to stir your garlic around for about 2 minutes. I mean, you're going to smell it. It's going to be fantastic. And then we're going to add in 1/4 of a cup of flour to make our roux with. And again, I did not use actual oil or olive oil or butter with my roux because we are using the bacon grease. This is a loaded baked potato soup, and I want it to taste tasty. The bacon grease is going to do that. If you do not have bacon grease on your counter, you are not Southern. I am. We're using it. Once you get your flour all scooped into your bacon grease, we are going to start pouring in our liquid. Today we are going to be using 2 cups of milk and 2 cups of heavy cream. So 4 in total. And just like with any roux, we're just going to slowly mix it together until you feel like you've got it all good and well. Now, if you want it a little thicker, you could do 3 cups of heavy cream, but I would not do 4, or this will be super, super heavy. It's already a dense soup because of all the milk and the taters once you add them in. And once we've gotten it pretty good, there it is, we're going to see it. You're going to see the onions and stuff floating around there. That's good. We want it to be that way. You're then going to add a cup of chicken stock. This is homemade chicken stock, so as we get to the bottom of it, you're going to see all of the herbs that were on my chicken skins from when I cooked it. And then we're going to add in your potatoes. I had about 5 medium size and 2 small potatoes, and I just chopped those all up. Again, this is a pantry meal. We're using what's on hand, and we're just going to put it all in here. And I noticed when I was scooping it out that several of the potatoes, although were cut, did not seem to have taken themselves away from each other. So you're going to see me just kind of chopping them up a little better so that they cook more evenly. Once my potato distribution is okay for me, I'm going to put the lid on. And I'm going to bring this to a low simmer for 20 minutes. Now, I'm not putting the lid all the way on because we want some of the steam to come out, but also you're going to want to stir this a couple times or you're going to find burnt potatoes stuck to the bottom of your pan. Once you've done that, this is where your season to taste comes in. I'm going to add a little bit of that mixed up salt and some pepper. And I'm going to just eyeball it because that's how I roll. Once you mix all of that in, we're going to add the cheese for our loaded potato. This is probably about a cup of sharp cheddar cheese. I have 0 issues reusing a bag, and I think I've used this bag like 3 or 4 times where I've just pre-shredded my own cheese and throw it in here. Why not? I'm a reuser. But you can buy Walmart cheese too, whatever works for you. But anyway, we're doing about a cup, and I'm going to mix it in here. And I'm leaving a little bit of extra cheese on the side so that we can put it on the top. Now, normally this recipe also would call for green onions, but this is a pantry meal, and guess what I didn't have in my house right then? Any green onions. But you sure can. The tops of the green onions would be very good for this. I'd just wait to put it until the end, like on top on everybody's individual. And we're just going to stir it until you feel like your cheese is all mixed in. And you can use any kind of cheese you want. I just happen to have cheddar shredded, so that's what we used. A lot of times I'll use Colby Jack because I like the way it tastes better. Then we're going to add in the bacon. And I should have kept a little bit of this bacon to the side, but I only had like the 5 slices. So all of it's there. If you want to leave extra, you can. So you could add it to the top of your soup. It looks pretty, and who doesn't like a little extra crispy crisp action? But again, we're just going to incorporate this, and then we're going to add half of a cup of sour cream. And at this point, you want to make sure that you mix it well, because although the sour cream is cold, if you don't mix it well, it makes these little weird lumpies. But there it is, super tasty.